A man who pleaded guilty to stabbing and killing a stranger who lived in his neighborhood has been sentenced to 5.5 years in prison. Late this afternoon, a justice accepted the joint sentence submission. CTV's Amanda Anderson has more from the courthouse.
A fourth-floor courtroom was packed with family and friends of 35-year-old Cody Lyle. He was killed in February 2024 after being stabbed by a man he didn't know who lived in his neighborhood. That man is Jaden Cardinal, who was 30 at the time. He was charged with second-degree murder but pleaded guilty to the lesser manslaughter charge. According to an agreed statement of facts, Lyle drove past Cardinal, who was walking with his nephew and daughter after picking her up at school. Lyle parked in front of his house and started shoveling when he was approached by Cardinal, claiming he was driving in an unsafe manner. There was an argument, with Cardinal saying he'd return to slash the tires and break the windows on Lyle's truck. Cardinal returned about 45 minutes later and punctured one of Lyle's tires with a knife. Lyle saw it happen and ran after him, swinging the snow shovel he was still carrying at Cardinal. The facts say there was a struggle, and Cardinal eventually pulled out a knife and began swinging at Lyle. While trying to block the knife strikes, he wound up with a large gash on his hand. Cardinal then stabbed him in the chest and ran away. Lyle walked home and called 911. He was taken to hospital, where he later died. More than 30 victim impact statements were read during the sentencing hearing. Cardinal sat next to his lawyer with his head down as many of the statements were read through tears. Lyle described as a kind, happy man who wouldn't hurt a fly. The court also heard about the lasting impacts his death has had on his girlfriend, now left without the man she'd planned a future with. His mother was working at the RCMP detachment in St. Paul the day it happened. She told the court it was a good friend and colleague who gave her the news her son was dead. She says she's still mourning and hasn't been able to return to work. Cody was and always will be an amazing, funny, loving son. Every day is empty to me, she said. Cardinal was given a chance to speak before he was sentenced. He stood, turned towards Lyle's family and apologized, saying he never meant to kill him. He also asked if one day they could find a way to forgive him. Cardinal was sentenced to 5 years, 6 months, but was given 6 months credit for time served. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.